Hey, welcome back to the 167. We're here with 7 Minute Stories with Tammy Seehafer. How you doing, Tammy?
I'm good.
Good?
I'm wonderful.
Awesome. So we're going to share a little bit about your story about your journey with Christ, and we're going to see where this goes.
All right.
Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. All right. You can just start wherever you'd like to start, and we'll jump in and see what happens.
Okay. I was thinking about this when you asked me to do it and realized that I'd been imagining that I didn't start back toward the Lord until after my mom passed away, but that's not true. My journey back toward the Lord started when I went to live with my mom to take care of her. She wasn't well for the last year or two of her life. And I also got to fellowship with my sisters, which was amazing. One of them is responsible for leading me to the Lord, and hopefully we'll be responsible for leading the other one to the Lord. So I was saved when I was about 14 years old and spent 18 or 19 years in a Baptist church, which I'm finding wasn't a typical Baptist church because the things I've been hearing about Baptists aren't very nice.
We love the Baptists.
Everybody does. But I got some really sound teachings there, I think.
That's good.
And I spent many years trying to be a good, godly woman and submissive wife until I decided that God wasn't working fast enough or didn't care, and I got angry and left everything about my Christian walk. I just said, forget it, I'm not doing it anymore, and went out into the world and did all the crazy stuff that people in the world do. But even through that, the Lord had his hand in my life, and I can look back now and see it. And had I been honest with myself, I would have known that also, that he was always there and protecting me and guiding me anyway.
I think that's a really common thread with people where it's like they say that, well, I came back to Christ here. And then you look at it and go, man, he was pulling me back for years.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many things that could have happened that didn't. It is just, and miraculous things that should have probably happened that didn't. So I'm grateful. And one of the things, I have dealt with fear in my life, my whole life. I've always been anxious and afraid. And through the political atmosphere and COVID and different things that were happening in my family and in my life, fear was just absolutely overwhelming me. It was unbearable. It was horrible. I couldn't sleep. I would like to say I couldn't eat, but I overeat when I'm upset, so that's what I did. And it was just horrible. And the Lord had been speaking to me. Well, I'd been listening in bits and pieces. He'd been speaking to me all along. But finally, one day, he said, give up. I'm here to take care of you if you'll let me. And I finally said, okay, I'm done. I can't handle this anymore. Please take this fear away and help me. And I got such an amazing peace and an understanding that God is ultimately in control and can work all things together for good. And right after that, he, through several small adjustments and tiny miracles, brought me to this church where when I walked in the door, I felt like I was home. Although it's incredibly different than a small Baptist church with 50 people.
We're a little bit different than that.
And it took me a little while to learn to navigate here. But when I first came back to the Lord, he gave me this incredibly strong desire to be of service. I didn't know how or what I was supposed to do, but I wanted to serve. And then I was getting frustrated and angry because I couldn't find a way to do that. And I realized that the Lord kept saying, okay, just rest, wait, learn, get comfortable again.
Yeah.
And when he finally opened the door for me, I'm meeting all kinds of new people and doing all kinds of things. And actually what happened was I was sitting at home praying again and begging God to please show me what I'm supposed to be doing and to give me some indication. And the prompt for volunteers for Vacation Bible School came up on my phone. And I thought, but I don't want to do that. I'm not good with kids.
Lord, give me a sign, not that sign.
Yeah, not that one. I don't like that one. And I did not volunteer for Vacation Bible School, but the Lord kind of slapped me on the back of the head and said, look, you have opportunities every day to do things for me and to serve. It doesn't have to be in a specific way or with a name on it or anything else. And so since then, whenever I get a prompt, I've been volunteering and doing the best I can to serve any way I can until the Lord finds a more specific way for me to do that. So that's my story so far.
That's great. And you're attending the women's Bible study on Wednesdays?
I am. I'm computer illiterate and technology illiterate, so it's really difficult for me. But when I found on the app where it talked about life groups and stuff, I went through and was trying to study and find a life group to get involved in. And I think one of my daughter's friends actually goes to the Bible study, and I went there. And then I, through one of the ladies at the Bible study, started going to the seniors meetings. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to joined another life group also. So I'm just going to join everywhere and do everything.
Filling up on that schedule, man.
So I went from having nothing to do and being bored and feeling useless to probably taking on more than I can handle, but the Lord's going to take care of it for me. So I don't think I've done anything that I wasn't supposed to yet.
His grace is sufficient even when that happens. But yeah, man, like I said, I love hearing your story, and I think it's just incredible and powerful to see you, like you said, try and get involved and see you grow in that way. So I appreciate you coming and talking about it.
Thank you. Right. I appreciate the opportunity.
We'll see you guys next time here on the 167.